So yeah, obviously it features the talents of Akira Yamaoka-san. Probably butchered that. And the other guy as well, whose name is even harder to pronounce. The Medium by Bloober Team. Right, so The Medium was released in a couple of days ago. You can see how much research I've done for this, right? And also, do I need to change my camera size for anyone that's vodding? Or not vodding, podcasting? Yeah, got it smaller. So yeah, when did it come out? February something? 6 or something? Where's my rest of my stuff? It's like my thing's all messed up here. I don't know what's going on with my browser. You guys can't see if you're listening. But if you're seeing. You're like, what's going on with this dude? Look, someone snaked me with a thumb down. The scumbag. I'm sure they didn't mean it, really. Thank you to all the new people as well that's been joining of late. We've got some new shorts out for our Resident Evil VR experience. We've had some new subs and stuff. Welcome to the family, son. But yeah, it's been out a few days. It's available on Xbox Game Pass, and I think it's on Steam as well. I was going to say it's an Epic Games exclusive, but it's not. But what's interesting is it's kind of interesting because the Metacritic for it, I didn't actually prepare for this, but the Metacritic for it is a little bit mixed. But the Steam reviews are much more conclusive, shall we say? Let's just drop that in there. And my thoughts on it, we played about, I think, 3 or 4 hours. I feel like we're halfway through already on 3 or 4 hours. As I go into my Steam here, I'm not logged in on this one, but it doesn't matter. I'm not logged in on my thingy. Steam be always logging you out. Like, and then you have to put this stupid code thing in every minute, like quit logging me out and stuff. Yeah, so it's on very positive at the moment. It was released, it just says January 2021. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so yeah, obviously it features the talents of Akira Yamaoka-san. Probably butchered that. And the other guy as well, whose name is even harder to pronounce, despite my Japanese language learning. Iko Wikoskai, I'll go with. Look at them standing there like bad boys. I can't believe that it's probably almost 20 years since Silent Hill, right? With Yamaoka-san, so it's looking a little bit, he's looking good for his age, but he's looking older, because we're all getting older. It was 20 years ago, right? It's nuts. I don't know. But yeah, he's still a don, of course, you know. It's just like a Godfather version of music now, somewhat. But even the same is with Nobuo Matsu-san and what have you. We're all getting older. I got grey bits from places that I didn't know you could get grey bits now. That's one thing about birthdays and such. But yeah, it's an interesting game. It's not necessarily traditionally scary. It's more kind of like tense environment somewhat. It might be because of a couple of hours in VR in Resident Evil 7 will do that. It's just kind of like much more harder things to be scary. It might be that. I'm not sure, but yeah, some people are iffy about whether it's scary or not. So there's that minor factor to it. For me, probably the main factors though is the fact that it's about 8 hours runtime. It costs UK money £40, 40 quid, 43 if you want that deluxe, or 44 if you want the deluxe even, and it's 8 hours long. Now I've said this before in a stream and other places and that you know, I've spent £20 or £30 for a meal on a special day, you know, and that gets ravaged in 15 minutes. So this is still 8 hours for the similar money. So I don't know. Relatively speaking, though, it's quite short. I prefer something these days that is shorter than it probably could have been versus something that is longer than it should be. So I guess I'm feeling a bit mixed in that way. But we haven't finished it. We're halfway through. But it took a while for things to get really scary per se. It was more tense atmosphere so far in it. And then once we got to the end, it was like a chase sequence and such. And that was quite tense and that. And there was a jump scare that's in one of our shorts. If you check out the youtube.com/theinteger as well, you'll see that in that section. There's a clip of that, and it's got its moments, but it might be a bit too short and it might be a bit too linear for my taste, maybe. But if you don't mind a game that's very linear and quite short and to the point with tense atmosphere, I would say that this is it looks very nice as well. Some places it looks photorealistic in some ways with ray tracing, because this is a NVIDIA ray tracing supported game, so that's pretty cool as well. And yeah, it looks nice. Some of the animation model faces and stuff could do little work here and there, but overall I think the texture works pretty good overall. You can see if you're watching in the vodcast version rather than the podcast version here, there's some nice visuals in there. Does Spotify do like video podcast, or is it just the sound? I don't even know. I don't know any of this stuff. So we're just trying this out. We'll see what's going on. But yeah, it looks really nice. And there's that. So it looks nice. It plays fine. The puzzles are very simple. There's some optional things here and there, but not too much. It's very focused. So yeah, but it feels like between depending on what happens in the next half of the game, it could be up to a 9, but it's kind of more like a 7.5 out of 10 at the moment. That's just a first impressions review right there for you guys. So that's the medium. It's at 71 overall. Meet Quick, but who gives a damn about Meet Quick, right? It's not really a rating thing. I think players are finding about 7 as well. So there you go. But it's higher on it's about 87% on Steam at time of recording. Worth checking out though if you got it on Game Pass. Definitely play it on Game Pass and you like Bloober Team's work. If you're a bit more on the fence, you might have to think about the price factor. But yeah, I think that's all the things I wanted to cover there for that one.